Hello everyone, so let me start by saying shout out to all of the squaddies who have been celebrating today. On Twitter there is a feature called Spaces, which is like an audio chat room, and there's one chat room that's been going all day playing music. We have solidified our status as one of the greatest fan bases of all time, right up there with Monsters, BTS Army, Tryhards, Potterheads and Mockingjay. So well done squad, well done. On to today's news roundup. Something really cool happening in Squadville is the Sussex Squad Holiday Party. This is a donation drive in aid of Liberty Village, a charity which helps Afghan refugees. You can purchase something from their Amazon wishlist, link in bio, and make sure to use the hashtags Sussex Squad Holiday Party and Sussex Squad Helping Hands if you buy something and post about it. I couldn't find exactly who started this whole thing, so if you know who is responsible for setting it up, please comment below so I can credit them in the description box. Next, we go over to the Cambridges and their reaction, or rather lack of reaction, to the court case result. In fact, the entire institution is dead silent. I want to know what the hell was going on in Kensington Palace today. To be a fly on the wall in that drafty castle, I hope William can get some time in the rose bushes to distress. I think that he will need it. They continue to tell on themselves and expose their shady ways and the fact that they were involved all along. Hours after the summary judgment, their social media feed was full of pictures of Kate looking at sparkly eggs. She was out and about today, and the reports about her visits, of course, had to mention Meghan. These people are nothing without her. It's the only way they can get people's attention. Notice that she's wearing a mask. Now, there is a mask mandate that has been put in place because of the spicy chicken super variant, but these rich folk have been picking and choosing when they follow the rules, so I can't help but feel like she did not want anyone to read her face. I don't think that she could pull off the grinning and grinning and grinning, as Baron would say today. What's so interesting is that the Cambridges have actually been very, very busy. Like super busy. They have been everywhere the last few weeks. William has been out here playing ping pong with the youngins, petting goats, even stopped to visit some Afghan refugees. But guess what? No one's paying attention. No one cares about petting goats when they'd rather see Archie and his chickens. The Meghan haters, who you would assume love the royals, haven't been reporting on them. They only live to hate on and talk about Meghan, and I'm referring not necessarily to the royal rodents here who have to throw a tweet or two out there about what the other royals are doing. I'm talking about the legion of hater channels. We know who they are, I don't need to mention their names. The others are of just no interest, and more importantly, don't bring in the clicks and the cash. In putting all their resources into destroying Meghan, the firm weren't looking at what they need to do to make themselves relevant beyond Kate's clothing and hair. They don't create impact, they show up to press calls and no one, even the so-called royalists, are interested. It just seems like all of the royal households are at an absolute mess right now. Like, no one's really at the wheel, everybody is doing what they want to do, full-on survival mode. And in all of this, I think it's important to remind everyone once again that Ghislaine Maxwell is on trial and Andrew has been summoned, and they will definitely try to use this as a distraction from those cases. Let's make sure to keep sharing as much as we can about the case, because the lamestream media isn't reporting on it that much either. They have probably been bought off and told to stay hush hush. Meghan has always been their shield and tool of distraction, so for the sake of the victims, let's not lose focus of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial either. On to a little bit of news from Spotify. Spotify said yesterday that big things were coming and to stay tuned in regards to Archwell audio, but didn't offer much else. That didn't stop the daily fail from chasing Spotify and trying to get them to answer questions, a whole bunch of questions, as if Spotify would actually tell these punks anything. And now they're trying to spin stories about Spotify nudging the Sussexes. Like, are you for real? They are still trying to push the Meghan and Harry are failures narrative. Let it go already. Weren't these the same people who said that no one was going to listen to Archwell audio and that the Christmas special was cheesy? Why on earth would you expect such a big production company to just start churning out material after their initial announcement? It's been in planning and production, and I'm sure we'll start getting material in the new year, if not maybe something before Christmas. We already know that they made some very impressive hires for Archwell audio. Now onto this little interesting story. The main host of the BBC documentary, The Princes and the Press, Amal Rajan, is having his whole Twitter feed and Getty Images profile dissected, and now the press are trying to spin the BBC documentary into some kind of hit job against the royal family. They're trying to make him look, I guess, like the new Martin Bashir. This is due to the fact that he has posted anti-royal tweets in the past and was once pictured with one of Meghan's friends, Misha Nanu. First of all, it's not so out of this world to think that they maybe would have crossed paths once. They're in the same UK showbiz circles. So to now try to spin the documentary into some kind of pro-Sussex propaganda piece is just ridiculous. And I stand by my opinion, as I said in my video that I did about the documentary, that this was an underhanded hit job. The documentary literally ended with them saying that Meghan misled the court, which is false, and in today's summary judgment it was stated that Meghan's minor mistake had no bearing on the judgment anyway. That is what the judge said. But you still have people screaming perjury. Perjury has a very specific meaning. What happened in this case was not perjury. I feel that the documentary was edited last minute. I think the palace panicked, they tried to pull some strings. I'm just still shocked that William and Kate and the Ratcanuff would risk all of this. It's mind-boggling, and it's going to cost them big time because now everybody knows that they colluded with the Daily Fail. I almost just want the next 20 years to just fly by so I can relive all of this in a Netflix season of The Crown. There needs to be a whole movie on the Sussex Squad. I haven't included it in this video because I feel like it warrants its whole own video, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that's been happening with Prince Charles, and I'll update you on all of that tomorrow. But for now, enjoy the rest of the day, squaddies. Make sure to head over to Twitter. There are some great Sussex Squad spaces that are still going on, and I'm sure will be going on late into the night. I'm actually listening to one right now, and Tina and Michelle and Pagan and all of the usuals, even Christopher Boozy is in that group. So make sure you go and check it out, and I will see you later, my lovelies. Ciao.